Habits are the foundation of your daily life, and the small decisions you make every day shape the person you become over time. So many of us live our lives on autopilot, going through the motions without truly reflecting on the choices we're making. If you're not intentionally cultivating good habits, you're allowing bad habits to take root. Whether it's procrastination, negativity, poor health choices, or a lack of focus, bad habits can slowly chip away at your potential. That's why self-investment requires you to take stock of your habits, assess what is serving you, and make changes where necessary. It's easy to fall into patterns of behavior that are comfortable, but comfort often doesn't lead to growth. To truly invest in yourself, you need to be willing to challenge yourself, to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and to develop habits that support your goals. This could mean setting aside time each day to read, to meditate, to exercise, or to work on a personal project that brings you joy and fulfillment. It could also mean letting go of toxic habits or relationships that are holding you back. Every change you make, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. Self-investment isn't just about personal growth, it's about empowerment. When you invest in yourself, you are actively taking control of your life. You are saying, I am responsible for my success. I am responsible for my happiness. I am responsible for my growth. This mindset shifts you from being reactive to being proactive. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to you, you create opportunities for yourself. Instead of letting circumstances dictate your success, you take charge of your own future. Self-investment is about taking the reins of your own life and not waiting for anyone else to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. It's also important to recognize that self-investment is a long-term commitment. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and neither does success. Just as you wouldn't expect to build muscle after one workout, you can't expect to see massive results from a single investment in yourself. The journey of self-investment is one of continuous progress, where small steps add up over time. Whether you're learning a new skill, building better habits, or improving your mental health, it's important to be patient and consistent. The compound effect of self-investment will eventually yield incredible results, but you have to stay committed to the process. Another key aspect of self-investment is learning to believe in your own worth and potential. Many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. They question their abilities and wonder if they are worthy of success. But self-investment requires you to step beyond those limiting beliefs and recognize that you are more than capable of achieving great things. You are worthy of the effort it takes to improve yourself, and you are worthy of the rewards that come with that effort. By continually investing in yourself, you begin to build the confidence and belief in your own abilities that will carry you through the tough times. A critical part of self-investment is self-reflection. It's easy to get lost in the daily grind, in the hustle and bustle of life, but when you take time to reflect on your experiences, your goals, and your challenges, you gain invaluable insight. Reflection helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses, recognize areas where you've grown, and identify areas that still need work. It allows you to adjust your approach, change course if necessary, and ensure that you're staying true to your vision. Reflection is an essential tool in your self-investment journey because it helps you stay connected to your purpose and to your long-term goals. When you invest in yourself, you are not only enhancing your own life, but also contributing to the lives of others. The more you develop yourself, the more you are able to give to the people around you, whether it's your family, friends, colleagues, or community. When you grow, you become a greater source of inspiration, support, and wisdom for others. By becoming the best version of yourself, you create a ripple effect that impacts everyone you come into contact with. In a world that often places external success at the forefront, self-investment reminds you that the true source of happiness, fulfillment, and success comes from within. By prioritizing your growth, health, and well-being, you give yourself the opportunity to live a life that is aligned with your deepest desires and your truest potential. Every moment you spend investing in yourself is a moment that brings you closer to becoming the person you are always meant to be. This is the most powerful investment you can make, the investment in yourself. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. They come in all shapes and sizes, some big, some small. But what remains constant is that we cannot avoid them. It is how we choose to respond to these challenges that ultimately shapes our future. While many people see challenges as obstacles to be feared or avoided, those who truly thrive in life understand that these struggles are not setbacks, they are stepping stones. So challenges are opportunities in disguise. And how we approach them determines whether we rise to the occasion or falter under pressure. When you embrace challenges as stepping stones, you shift your perspective from one of resistance to one of growth. Instead of seeing challenges as negative forces that derail your plans, you begin to see them as essential components of your personal evolution. Life is not meant to be smooth and easy all the time. It is designed to push us to grow, to develop resilience, and to strengthen our resolve. Every challenge you face has the potential to teach you something valuable about yourself, about others, and about the world around you. If you are willing to embrace those challenges rather than shy away from them, you can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Too often we fall into the trap of wanting things to be easy. We want success without struggle, happiness without hardship, and fulfillment without any form of discomfort. But this mindset sets us up for disappointment and stagnation. The truth is, growth never happens in the comfort zone. It is through discomfort, through the trials and tests we face, that we develop the skills, the knowledge, and the inner strength needed to achieve our dreams. Challenges are not the enemy. They are the teachers that guide us on our journey. When you begin to view challenges as stepping stones, you start to understand that setbacks are not permanent. No matter how difficult a situation may seem in the moment, it is not the end of the story. Just because things are hard now doesn't mean they will always be hard. Every challenge is a temporary phase, a season that will eventually pass, leaving you stronger, wiser, and more capable. And when you reach the other side, you will be able to look back and appreciate the growth that took place during the struggle. One of the most powerful things about challenges is that they reveal your true potential. In moments of difficulty, when the road ahead seems uncertain, you discover what you are truly made of. You learn how strong you are, how resourceful you can be, and how creative you are when faced with adversity. Challenges force you to dig deep within yourself and find strengths you didn't even know you had. Without challenges, you would never fully realize your capabilities or develop the mental toughness required to pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Consider the story of anyone who has achieved great success. Whether it's an athlete, a successful entrepreneur, an artist, or a leader, you will find that their journey was not without its challenges. In fact, the very challenges they faced became the foundation of their success. They did not reach the top without going through the fire. They learned, adapted, and grew stronger with each hurdle they overcame. Their challenges shaped their character and honed their skills, ultimately setting them apart from others. For example, think about an athlete preparing for the Olympics. The journey is grueling. The sacrifices are immense. The physical and mental strain is intense. But it is through this struggle that the athlete builds the strength, resilience, and mindset necessary to compete at the highest level. Without the challenges they face in training, such as pushing through physical exhaustion, overcoming injuries, and persevering when they feel like giving up, they would never reach their potential. The challenge is the very thing that elevates them. This same principle applies to all areas of life. Whether you are working toward a career goal, pursuing a personal dream, or facing a difficult life circumstance, the challenges you encounter along the way are the things that will ultimately propel you forward. When you accept that challenges are a natural and necessary part of your journey, you stop fearing them and start seeing them as the catalysts for growth and transformation. It's important to recognize that challenges do not discriminate. They affect everyone, no matter their background, status, or achievements. Everyone faces obstacles at some point in their life. The key difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is how they respond to those challenges. Some people crumble under pressure, while others rise to the occasion. The ability to embrace challenges with a positive attitude and a growth mindset is what separates the winners from the losers. To embrace challenges as stepping stones requires a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing a difficult situation as something to avoid or run from, you must learn to see it as an opportunity to grow. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me become a better version of myself? This mindset shift is critical because it enables you to approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear. Instead of feeling defeated or discouraged, you begin to see each challenge as a lesson, as a stepping stone that will take you one step closer to your goals. A big part of embracing challenges is understanding that failure is not the end. Too often we equate failure with defeat, when in reality, failure is often just the beginning of success. The greatest achievers in history failed many times before they succeeded. Thomas Edison, for example, famously failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. But rather than giving up, he embraced each failure as a lesson, as a step closer to the solution. Each time he failed, he learned something new that brought him closer to his goal. Failure is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. Every failure is an opportunity to reassess, to learn, and to try again. The more you embrace failure as a natural part of the process, the more resilient you become. Rather than letting failure hold you back, you use it as fuel to keep moving forward. When you see failure as a stepping stone rather than a setback, it becomes less intimidating. Instead of feeling defeated, you feel empowered to keep going, knowing that each failure is simply one step closer to success. Challenges are also opportunities to build resilience. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. You can plan and prepare as much as you want, but sometimes things don't go as expected. This is where resilience comes in. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to recover from setbacks, and to keep moving forward in the face of difficulty. The more challenges you face and overcome, the more resilient you become. With each challenge, you develop a deeper sense of inner strength and an unwavering belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you build over time. It is developed through the challenges you face and the way you respond to them. The more challenges you encounter, the stronger your resilience becomes. And as you become more resilient, you become more confident in your ability to navigate future challenges. You begin to realize that no matter what life throws at you, you have the strength and the tools to face it head on. Another important aspect of embracing challenges is the understanding that growth is not always linear. You won't always progress in a straight line. There will be ups and downs, and that is okay. The important thing is to keep moving forward, no matter how slow the progress may seem. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your goal. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns, and trust that every challenge you face is leading you towards something greater. When you embrace challenges as stepping stones, you also learn the importance of persistence. Success does not happen overnight. It requires consistent effort, dedication, and a willingness to push through tough times. Challenges are the tests that measure your persistence. They ask, how badly do you want it? How much are you willing to endure to achieve your dreams? The more you persist, the more you build the strength and determination needed to overcome even the most difficult obstacles. In embracing challenges, you also learn the importance of adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and challenges often require us to adapt our strategies, our thinking, and even our goals. The ability to adapt is a key component of overcoming challenges. When you approach challenges with flexibility and openness, you are better equipped to find solutions and adjust your course as needed. Adaptability allows you to turn challenges into opportunities, to find creative solutions when things don't go as planned, and to remain focused on your long-term vision despite short-term setbacks. When someone says you're a victim, you say, fine, I'll adaptability. No one else can walk it for you, no one else can carry your burdens, and no one else can live your purpose. It's so important to realize that no one has walked the exact road you're walking. Sure, there are similarities and parallels, but your experiences, your talents, your challenges, your environment, all of these things make your path distinct. There is no need to chase someone else's journey when your own is waiting for you to take ownership of it. Focusing on your own path means understanding that your journey is not defined by where others are. It's not about arriving at the same destination as someone else or achieving what others have accomplished at the same time. It's about setting your own goals, determining your own values, and finding your own purpose. When you focus on your own path, you're not measuring yourself against anyone else's timeline or achievements. You're not feeling rushed to hit milestones at the same time as your peers. Instead, you're moving at your own pace, creating your own path, and staying true to your vision. One of the most powerful things you can do is stop looking at others as the measuring stick for your own success. Too often, we think we have to do things the way others are doing them, to fit in with the norms or the expectations set by society. But when you focus on your own path, you start to realize that what works for someone else may not work for you, and that's okay. Your strengths, your challenges, your vision, these are all different from the person next to you. Their path is a reflection of their journey, not yours. It's important to carve out a space for your own identity within your journey. You are not meant to be a replica of anyone else. And there is no right way to live your life except the way that is true to you. Think about it. Every person you admire, every successful figure you look up to, once had to step into their own path. They had to find their own way, take risks, overcome obstacles, and face challenges that were unique to their journey. They did not get to where they are by imitating someone else. They didn't achieve their success by copying the blueprint of another person's life. They became successful by focusing on their own growth, their own passion, and their own purpose. And that is something you can do as well. It's important to understand that your path doesn't need to look like anyone else's. And it's okay if it's not always smooth. Life isn't meant to be a straight line. It's full of twists and turns, moments of doubt, periods of uncertainty, and unexpected detours. But those moments are just as important as the moments of clarity and success. They teach you resilience, they refine your character, and they help you develop a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are capable of. So when you face setbacks or challenges, don't view them as obstacles that mean you're not on the right path. Instead, recognize them for what they truly are, opportunities for growth. Each obstacle is simply preparing you for the next phase of your journey. And sometimes the detours lead to the most beautiful destinations. When you focus on your own path, you also begin to recognize the importance of pacing yourself. There is no need to rush. In this age of instant gratification, it's easy to feel like success should come quickly. We live in a world where people can gain fame overnight, where careers can skyrocket, and where everyone seems to be living their best lives. But success is not a race. It's a process. It's a journey that requires patience, effort, and time. It's important to understand that moving too fast can often lead to burnout, dissatisfaction, and mistakes that could have been avoided with a little more time and reflection. Moving too fast can cause you to overlook important lessons and miss out on the richness of the journey. Sometimes the best way forward is to slow down, to reassess, and to realign yourself with your purpose. Focusing on your own path means giving yourself the permission to move at your own pace. It means trusting that your path is unfolding exactly the way it should be, even if it doesn't look like what others are experiencing. Your pace is the pace that is right for you. If you need time to develop your skills, to explore your passions, or to get clarity on your direction, take it. Don't let anyone pressure you into moving faster than you're ready for. Your journey is unique, and it will unfold in its own time. In a world full of noise and distractions, focusing on your own path also means learning how to block out external pressure. We are often influenced by the opinions of others, the advice they give, or the expectations they place upon us. People have their own ideas about what success looks like, what a good life should be, and what choices we should make. But you have to ask yourself, are these really my goals? Are these the expectations that align with my values and purpose? Or are they simply the result of external pressure? When you focus on your own path, you begin to tune out the noise and make decisions based on what is true to you. It becomes easier to say no to things that don't align with your vision. It becomes easier to walk away from situations or people that drain your energy or distract you from your true purpose. The opinions of others can be valuable at times, but they should never dictate your path. Only you can decide what your journey should look like. Only you can define success for yourself. Focusing on your own path also requires self-awareness. It means getting to know who you truly are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your dreams, and your desires. It's about understanding what lights you up and what drains you. It's about being honest with yourself about where you are right now and where you want to be in the future. This self-awareness allows you to make decisions that are in alignment with your true self. It helps you avoid being swayed by external influences that don't serve your purpose. And it gives you the clarity you need to make choices that will help you move forward on your own path. We all have a tendency to look outward for validation, but when you focus on your own path, you stop seeking approval from others. You stop waiting for external validation to feel worthy or capable. You start validating yourself. You recognize your own worth, your own potential, and your own ability to create the life you desire. You understand that your worth is not dependent on anyone else's opinion of you. You are enough just as you are. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. When you embrace this truth, it becomes much easier to stay focused on your path, because you're no longer seeking validation or approval from others. The more you focus on your own path, the more you'll realize that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Yes, we all have goals and dreams, and it's important to pursue them. But the experiences you have along the way, the lessons you learn, the people you meet, the growth you experience, these are what truly shape you. Life is not just about where you're going, but about who you become as you go. Every step you take on your own path adds something valuable to your story. At times, it may seem like others are ahead of you and you may feel discouraged, but remember this, there is no such thing as being behind when you're walking your own path. There is only moving forward at your own pace in your own time. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Trust that the steps you're taking are leading you towards something beautiful. Even if it doesn't look like what you expected, keep your eyes on your own journey. Keep moving forward. Your path is waiting for you, and only you can walk it. When you think about the future you desire, the life you want to create, and the person you want to become, one of the most powerful decisions you can make is to invest in yourself. Self-investment isn't just about money, it's about dedicating time, energy, resources, and effort toward improving yourself and becoming the best version of who you can be. It's easy to get distracted by the external world and feel as though everything you need to succeed comes from outside of you. But the truth is that the foundation for all your success and fulfillment starts within. Self-investment means recognizing that your growth, your potential, and your future are directly tied to the efforts you make today. It's about understanding that every skill you learn, every habit you develop, every bit of knowledge you gain, and every step you take towards self-improvement is laying the groundwork for everything that comes next in your life. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or the perfect circumstances. It's about taking proactive, intentional steps toward becoming the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals and dreams. Investing in yourself means that you take the time to focus on what you need. This could look different for everyone because we all have different strengths, weaknesses, and areas we want to grow. For some, it could mean taking a course or gaining new skills that align with their career aspirations. For others, it might involve prioritizing their mental health, investing in therapy, or developing habits that enhance their emotional well-being. For some, self-investment may be physical, such as getting in shape or taking better care of their body. Regardless of how it looks, self-investment is about taking the time to nurture and improve yourself so you can thrive in every area of your life. One of the most important things to understand is that self-investment requires you to commit to yourself. It requires you to see your potential, acknowledge your worth, and take the necessary actions to ensure that you are continually growing. Too often we focus on external validation. We look to others for approval, or we feel like we need to achieve certain milestones in order to be worthy of success or happiness. But true self-investment comes from a place of intrinsic belief. You have to believe that you are worthy of success, of happiness, and of growth. You are worthy of the time, energy, and effort it takes to invest in yourself. It starts with the realization that you are your most valuable asset. No matter what external circumstances are at play in your life, no one can take away your inner strength, your knowledge, your experiences, or your ability to grow. Your mind, your heart, and your body are all tools that you can use to create the life you want, and it's your responsibility to take care of them. Whether that means learning a new skill, improving your emotional intelligence, or simply taking the time to reflect and align your life with your purpose, it all starts with you. Taking time for self-investment also means prioritizing yourself. We live in a society that often encourages people to put others first. We are taught to take care of the needs of others, often at the expense of our own needs. While there is nothing wrong with helping and supporting others, it's crucial that we don't forget about ourselves in the process. You can't pour from an empty cup, and if you're constantly giving, constantly putting the needs of others before your own, you'll eventually burn out, lose sight of your own needs, and be left with nothing to give. Self-investment is about recognizing that in order to be your best for others, you need to first be your best for yourself. This means setting boundaries that protect your time, energy, and well-being. It means saying no when necessary so that you can say yes to the things that truly matter for your growth. It also means giving yourself permission to prioritize your needs and dreams without guilt. If you're constantly putting yourself last, you're depriving not only yourself, but also the people around you of the best version of you. The more you invest in your own growth, the more you'll be able to share with others, whether that's in your personal relationships, your professional endeavors, or in your community. Self-investment also involves taking an honest look at your habits. You know, sometimes in life, we get caught up in the noise around us. We look at what others are doing, how they're succeeding, and we start measuring ourselves against them. We start believing that the way to get ahead is to mimic their actions, their moves, their decisions. But I want to remind you today that the journey you're on, the path that is designed for you, is not about comparing yourself to anyone else. It's not about measuring your worth by someone else's standards. No, the journey you're walking is about focusing on yourself. It's about understanding who you are, who you were created to be, and what you were meant to accomplish. You've got to get this deep into your spirit. You were not born to be someone else. You were not born to copy or replicate the lives of others. Your destiny is unique to you. Your path is different. Your purpose is yours alone, and that means it's time to focus on yourself. You've been given everything you need to succeed already. The talents, the abilities, the vision, the capacity, it's all there. within you. But the challenge is in blocking out the distractions. The challenge is in tuning out the noise and focusing on what matters: you, your potential, your growth, your future. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying to disregard relationships or to isolate yourself from others. No, the people around you can inspire you, challenge you, and help you grow. But that doesn't mean you should let their successes or failures define your journey. That doesn't mean you should spend your days looking at what they're doing, wishing you were in their shoes. No, the only shoes you need to wear are your own. The only life you need to live is your own. The only race you need to run is your own. You see, when you focus on others, you get lost in their narrative. You start to dilute your own story by comparing it to theirs. You start doubting yourself because you think you're not where they are or you don't have what they have. But that's a trap. It's a lie that society feeds us every day. It's a lie that social media amplifies, showing us only the highlights of other people's lives, making us believe we're behind, that we're missing out, that we're not good enough. But you've got to remind yourself that their highlight reel is not your reality. Your journey is your reality, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Let me tell you something. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you start comparing yourself to others, you stop seeing the beauty in your own life. You stop appreciating how far you've come, the struggles you've overcome, the victories you've won, even if they were small victories. You stop seeing the unique opportunities that are set before you. Instead, you get blinded by what others are doing and you lose sight of your own purpose. This is why it's so important to focus on yourself. You need to set your own goals, define your own success, and move at your own pace. Not everyone is meant to move the same way or achieve the same things at the same time. Life doesn't operate in a one-size-fits-all model. Some people will rise fast, others will rise slow. Some will face more challenges, others will face fewer. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are focused on the road you're traveling. You cannot let someone else's path determine the direction you should take. When you begin to focus on yourself, you stop looking for approval from others. You stop seeking validation from people who don't understand your purpose or the vision you have for your life. The truth is, not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support the decisions you make. Some will try to tell you that you're doing it wrong. Some will try to steer you in a direction that aligns with their own beliefs, their own goals, and their own limitations. But you can't let their opinions become your reality. You have to be comfortable with who you are and where you're going. You have to stand firm in your own identity and trust the process of your own evolution. What happens when you focus on yourself is that you begin to unlock your own potential. You start to see yourself in a different light. You begin to appreciate the skills and talents you've been given, and more importantly, you begin to believe that you are capable of achieving everything you've set your heart on. You begin to realize that you don't need anyone else's permission to succeed. You don't need anyone else's approval to pursue your dreams. All you need is your own belief in yourself and the strength to keep going. But focusing on yourself doesn't mean becoming selfish. It doesn't mean shutting the world out or disregarding others. No, it means prioritizing your own growth, your own well-being, and your own purpose. It means taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually so that you can be the best version of yourself, not just for you, but for the world around you. When you invest in yourself, when you focus on your personal growth, you become better equipped to help others, to share your wisdom, to impact lives in a positive way, but you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to first take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. I want you to understand that focusing on yourself is not a selfish act. It's an act of self-love and self-respect. It's about honoring the gifts you've been given and using them to their fullest potential. It's about refusing to settle for mediocrity and instead pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself every single day. You have a responsibility to become who you were meant to be. You owe it to yourself to live a life of purpose, to walk in your truth, and to pursue your dreams relentlessly. And let me tell you something, life is not easy. The road is not always smooth. There will be bumps, detours, and challenges along the way. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you feel like you're not good enough, like you're not making progress, like you're falling behind. But those are the times when you need to dig deep and remind yourself why you're on this journey in the first place. You need to remember that the struggles you face are not signs of failure. They're stepping stones. They're part of your growth process. They are the building blocks of your strength and resilience. You have to trust that every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Every struggle is shaping you into the person you need to be to fulfill your purpose. Every challenge is refining you, strengthening your character, and sharpening your vision. You see, focusing on yourself means having the courage to embrace the process, no matter how difficult it may seem. It means having the faith to keep going when things aren't going the way you imagined. It means trusting that in the end, all things will work together for your good. So what does it mean to focus on yourself? It means putting in the work. It means making the decision every day to invest in your growth, to challenge yourself, and to push past your comfort zone. It means setting boundaries to protect your energy and your peace of mind. It means choosing to live your life on your own terms, regardless of the opinions of others. It means honoring your dreams, no matter how big or small, and taking consistent action towards them. You don't need to wait for the right moment. You don't need to wait for the perfect opportunity. The time is now. The moment is now. There will never be a perfect moment to begin. But if you focus on yourself, if you commit to your own growth, you will find the strength, the courage, and the wisdom to make it through anything life throws your way. You will be able to create a life that is fulfilling, that is meaningful, and that aligns with your true purpose. Remember, your future is not dependent on what others are doing. Your success is not defined by anyone else's journey. It's defined by the decisions you make today. It's defined by the actions you take, the thoughts you think, and the belief you have in yourself. You are the author of your own story, and you have the power to write the next chapter however you choose. Don't let anyone else's narrative overshadow your own. Keep your eyes on your own path, keep your heart focused on your own growth, and keep your mind set on your own purpose. Because when you do that, nothing, no one, and no circumstance can stand in your way. You were born for greatness, and the only way to achieve it is by focusing on yourself. Stay focused, stay determined, and trust the process. Your time is now. Comparing yourself to others creates distractions and self-doubt. Your journey is unique. And true success comes from embracing your own purpose, goals, and pace, rather than mimicking others. Prioritize your own growth, well-being, and self-belief. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean being selfish. It means taking the time to develop your potential so you can better serve others and achieve your own dreams. Life is full of setbacks and obstacles, but these are opportunities for growth and resilience. Trust the process, stay focused, and use every challenge as a tool for building strength and achieving your purpose. In a world that is constantly evolving, where everyone seems to be racing towards something, it's easy to lose sight of your own path. Social media bombards us with glimpses into the lives of others, curated moments of success, happiness, and achievements. Friends and family, colleagues, and acquaintances often share their milestones, and we can't help but compare ourselves. It's a natural instinct, but it can also be a dangerous trap if not managed carefully. We start measuring our worth, our progress, and even our happiness by the standards set by others. But this is where we get it wrong. The moment we focus too much on someone else's path, we lose sight of our own. The moment we stop looking inward and start comparing ourselves to those around us, we forget that we are on a unique journey that requires our full attention, devotion, and understanding. Your path is yours alone. It's been designed specifically for you.